Culture is rich. Yani kulinda bandu musi bukususili sindu sibofu sana. Nefwe babukusuri rango lienjofu. We are the tie of an elephant, and we are supposed to maintain our culture because culture cannot be bought but has to be maintained by us. Our ancestors left us with this, and then we have to let the world know that the culture of Bukusu is maintained. Thank you.
Hello and how are you? Welcome to Culture Hub TV. This is Know My Language, and on today's show we are glad to be many or to be more than the last time. Today beside Mzee Stuma Murunga, who is a senior member of the society in this area and also a resource to know my language. I know you know him, and he'll also reintroduce himself. We are also glad to be joined by Yvette Lukoye. He's also a young person, a student who also has a keen interest in learning Luvukusu. And also we are joined by another gentleman, a young man known by the name Gilbert Mambili. They'll introduce themselves just in case I have mispronounced their names. I have not said it the way it should be said. You know, some of these words you must emphasize on the pronunciation, especially the African names. When, for example, you want to say Wafula, you may find yourself saying Wafula, which is not right. So guys, allow the guests to reintroduce and properly pronounce their names. As you can see, they are authentic African names. So I'll start by Mzee. Kindly reintroduce yourself.
My name is Stuma Murunga. I'm a senior resident in Stay sublocation, Bungoma Central Division. Thank
Welcome,
you.
Bwana Murunga. Asante. Next.
I'm Yvette Lukoye.
Yes. Karibu.
Gilbert Mambili. From the other parts, we are neighbors to Bungoma County, yes. Kakamega.
Asante. Welcome and thank you. So on today's show on Know My Language, I'll start off by stating a few facts about the Bukusu subtribe. The Bukusu are, as you know, they are part of the greater Luya community we found in the greater western region of Kenya. So did you know that the Bukusu in the Luya community are the majority population-wise? Bukusu account for the majority number of people, the Luya-speaking dialect. And also, did you know that the Bukusu are also found in the Ugandan side, on the Ugandan border of Kenya? And on the Ugandan side, they are known as the Vamasava. Vamasava. Also, they are the Bukusus on the Ugandan side. So, with those facts, we shall now start our show. And Bwana Murunga, welcome so much. Welcome back again.
Thank you.
As we left last time, we discussed a few scenarios concerning the different ways somebody can speak Bukusu in the different settings. But on today's show, we want to take it a notch higher. You know, we are in the planting season.
Yes.
Here in the western and even in the greater western region and Kenya at large. So we will take us through the different dialects, like what is used when somebody is doing planting, like what kind of words are usually used to name or even naming people. But before we go there, Bwana Murunga, I'll allow our other panelists to pause, like it will be an interactive session.
Yeah.
Like Gilbert will pose a few words, like curiously, people want to know what they are known in Luvukusu. Also, Yvette will like the different phrases, like somebody who's new in the Bukusu land can say, how do they say certain kind of like short, brief sentences. So to start us off, I don't know, Do we go ladies first or today? These days it doesn't matter. Or Gilbert, you can start us off.
Actually, it's a fine day. I've been interacting with these neighbors of ours. And actually, I'm in Bungoma right now. And there are some words I've been coming across and been curious to know the words. Like, unapata mtu anakuambia wasewe. Kwanza there's this word wasewe. Bukusu like using. Wasewe. Sijui nini. It is a word that they commonly use. So you'll find a word like, how is a farmer called in Bukusu? Say so. A farmer.
Omulimi.
Omulimi. So
Omulimi is a farmer.
Is
a farmer.
Yes. Which other words do you?
There are other words like even, how do you call mahindi?
Maize.
Kamaindi. Maize is called kamaindi. Kamaindi.
Nilisikia mtu anaita kamaindi mahali karibu tupigane juu nilidhani ananitusi.
No, kamaindi is in plural. Kamaindi is in plural, but if it is one, you say liindi. Yes.
If it is singular, liindi.
Liindi, that is singular.
Okay.
Yes.
So before to go, we go to other words. Yvette, maybe a few phrases maybe you'd like to put out there so that people can know.
Okay, Mr. Mrunga.
Yes.
If I may ask, Kama, this is the first time I'm meeting with you.
Yes.
How should I greet you in Bukusu? Like, how are you?
Oh, Oriena Papa.
Oriena Papa.
Oriena Papa. In Bukusu, we always, when you greet somebody, you have to be specific. You emphasize his age. Like me, you call me Papa because I'm not your age mate. So you say, Oriena Papa. I will say, Ndimula Mai. Mai is used for a mother, but you being my daughter, I will just say Mai. Mai is commonly to the ages, the female the gender.
It's an endearing term.
Yes.
Which other word, Yvette, maybe phrase do you think?
Maybe if I ask you, what are you doing? How will I ask you in Bukusu?
Oh, you will say, Ohoholasi na Papa. The word Papa, that is respect. It gives respect. In our culture, you have to emphasize the group of a person you are addressing. It's very important.
Come on, how do you say it again? You say, Ohohola sina Papa.
Ohohola sina Papa. Hohola is an act. Ohohola sina Papa. Ohohola sina Papa. The word Ohohola, it's an act.
Maybe also me, I pose one. You know, we have just come from Valentine's.
Yes.
This is the month of love.
Yes.
Yvette has worn red. I don't know what she means. But if you want to say, I love you, how do you say it in Lubukusu?
I love you. Nahusimile. Nahusimile.
Okay. So when you are addressing somebody, you want to tell them, I love you, say, Nahusimile.
Nahusimile Mai. Nahusimile Muhana. Nahusimile Papa. Nahusimile, it
means I love you.
I love you.
Which other word?
Now, when focusing on greetings first,
yes.
I've stayed in this region for quite some time,
yes.
And I've been hearing that is it good for a young person to say hi to you, or you're the one who's supposed to say hi to the fella?
Oh, that's very, very important. A young fellow should say hi to an elder. It's not an elder to say hi to a young person. It is one of the disciplines which were laid by our Bukusu ancestors, that a young generation should address an elder person first.
The elder person.
Yes, yes, it's one way of recognition. Yes.
Sawa. Also, I have another word. For example, since now we are in the planting season, a farm. How do you call a farm? Somewhere you want to go to plant maize or beans or whatever. How do you call a farm?
A farm in Kibukusu inaitwa kumukunda, henja mumukunda. I'm going the farm. You say henja mumukunda.
Kenja.
Kumukunda is a farm. Yes.
But when you are action, you say kenja kumu.
Henja, it means
Going.
I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going to the farm. But if you are going maybe to plow, you say henja hulima mumukunda. I'm going to plow in the farm. Yes. We have got plowing, we have got digging, so we have got so many ways of maybe addressing the action you are going to do in the farm. Yes.
Yvette, any other phrase maybe you would like to post to Mzee?
Okay. I want to, if I want to go somewhere,
Yes.
then how do we say in Bukusu? Like I want to ask someone, where are you going? How should I ask in Bukusu?
Oh, in Bukusu, if you ask someone, and you know, addressing the age of a person is very important in Kibukusu.
Yeah.
If it's an old man like me, you say, Papa, ohocha wae. Mai, ohocha wae.
Ohocha wai.
Wanda I say, ohocha waena. If it is you who is going, you tell, you will address that person, Papa, henja kusoko. I'm going to the market, Papa. If it is your age mate, you say Yaya or Wanda I say, I'm going to the market. Yaya, it means your age mate. Yaya.
It's a polite way of
A polite way of
respectable way.
yes.
Now, how about I've had an interesting word called wandase. What is wandase called?
Wanda is a brother or a sister. Yes. Of your age. Wanda I say.
Sawa sawa. Guys, before we go on with the show, allow me to remind you kindly, if you are new to this channel, subscribe on our channel, like, comment and share, so that we can keep this show going, can keep the show interesting, because this is a very interesting show indeed. Also, as you understand, the language is the doorway to anyone's culture, and here at Know My Language, we endeavor to enrich our languages. Also your language, if you have your language that, and you know the phrases that we are discussing and you like to leave a comment there so that we can also get to know your language, it will be the better. So as we go on, Papa Kukamurunga,
Yes.
we are in the planting season.
Yes.
You know, in Western Kenya we are planting this, this is February going to March. We are preparing ourselves to plant. But we have been experiencing a lot of hot sun. The sun has been hot and it's been also almost dry.
Yeah.
So how do you call a dry season? Or, please introduce us to this season, and then as we go to plant.
Thank
what are
you,
the ones
thank you,
around
thank
the
you.
Western? Yeah.
According to our language,
Yes.
like now it is dry season. It is called Simiyu.
Simiyu.
See me.
Simiyu.
Simiyu is the name of a
Simiyu.
person.
Simiyu is a season. And in Bukusu land, at times we name the children according to
The season.
the seasons.
Oh.
Like now when a son is born, is called Simiyu. If it's a female, she's called Nasimiyu.
That's Simiyu.
And the activities, like now, people are breaking the farms. Breaking, it means hulima chisambu. Chisambu, it means there are people harvested and it is now it has some shrubs. So it's breaking. Olanga hulima chisambu. And when a child is born during the time of hulima chisambu, a female is called nasambu. A man is called sambu. Or a female is called nelima. Nelima, it means digging.
Digging.
Yes. When we go to for for planting. During planting season, we have got, if a child is born, a female is called Nahumicha.
Nahumicha.
Nahumicha, it means
Sowing the seeds.
Sowing the seeds. Yes. And after sowing the seeds, and if the seeds have germinated, we have got the period where we have to remove the weeds from the shamba. It's called wanyonyi. Wanyonyi is born when the weeds are ready. And wanyonyi, if the weeds are ready, we have got kuhwaka, weeding out is called naliaka. A lady, anaitwa naliaka.
Naliaka.
After Liliaka, when the crops are ready for harvest, we have got Wekesa, who is a man, and a girl is called Nekesa. When the food is over, people have finished the food from the store, and there is starvation. We call, if it's a man, it's called Wanjala, and a girl is called Nanjala. That is how Bukusus used to name their children, and in accordance with the season.
Seasons.
Yes.
So, Gili, which words do you wish to know during this planting season?
And to add on, I'll have to look for a Bukusu lady so that I can name our kid those interesting names.
Oh, yes.
About the seasons. There's this word, there's a jembe, you've said, hulima.
Yes.
Kulima.
Yes.
There's a jembe is used to dig.
Yes.
How is it called in Kibukusu?
We have got, in Bukusu, we have got 3 types of jembes.
Yes.
One, the one which is used to cultivate finger millet.
Finger millet.
It is called Sicily. A very small, it is put on a wood, and then it is used for cultivating
Finger millet.
finger millet.
It's known as Sicily.
Sicily. We have got another one known as Embako.
Embako.
Embako, it was traditionally made. It resembles Sicily, but it's big. That one, it was, and it used to be tight on a wooden tree, which has got a bend.
Oh, it is bent.
It's bent. It's carved. That one is called Embako.
Embako.
From Embako, we have got now the one which is used, commonly used by being pulled by oxen. It's also called Embako, but with an additional word, Esungura.
Esungura, that is a plow.
It's a plow. That is Esungura. And also in the farm, we have got people who have no the oxen, and even the plow they don't have. They must clear the bush, and the instrument used for clearing the bush, it is called kumuolo.
Kumuolo. Is it the panga or what?
Not the panga.
Ringa.
It is not the ringer. It looks like the ringer, but it is thick. It is usually tied on a stick like this. So it's used as a slasher, but it was locally made in an African way.
Oh, it's called a
Kumuolo.
Kumuolo.
Yes.
That's a very interesting name.
Yes.
This word,
Yvette.
before I ask for a phrase, there's this word I want to know.
Yes.
What is huirucha?
Kwerucha, it is after cultivation, we have got cultivation, just to remove, to clear out anything
Remaining.
remaining. Yes.
Hui?
It is called huirucha.
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 Oh, it's not huirucha, it's
Huirucha.
huirucha.
Yes.
Huirucha.
Huirucha. You say kamaindi after kuhwaka. When you want to
put now fertilizer.
reweed again, we call huirucha.
Huirucha.
Yes.
Yes, which phrase do you say?
How do you say, I come from Bungoma in Bukusu?
Oh, in Bukusu, when you say you come from Bungoma, you say esese nama Bungoma.
Esese nama Bungoma.
Esese nama Bungoma. Mtu atakuuliza ewe wama wae, unamwambia nama Bungoma, esese nama. The word esese, it means me. If you are a many, you say we come from Bungoma. Olomoli, Hwama Bungoma. Hwa, it means we are many. Se, it means
Self.
self. Yes.
Very interesting.
And, if I want to ask someone, what's your name in Lubukusu?
Yes. If you want to ask someone what's your name in Lubukusu, you say ewewe bakulanga balinano. Or you say ewe balinano.
Balinano.
Yes.
Ewewe bakulanga balinano.
Yes.
Ese.
You say, you will now answer, esese bananga bali wanyonyi. Or listener, yase bali wanyonyi. Yes.
Listener?
Liase.
Bali wanyonyi.
Bali wanyonyi. If you are many wanyonyis, you say, efwe bakulanga bali wanyonyi. Or you say, efwe bali wanyonyi. Yes.
Yes. Also, I would like to know, since we are in the planting season also,
Yes.
like how do you call, Gilbert asked, maize you said is kamaindi.
Kamaindi, yes.
And beans?
Beans kamakanda.
Kamakanda.
Yes.
And which other like crops were mainly grown by the Bukusu, traditional crops?
Yes, we have got sweet potatoes, we call them kamapondi.
Kamapondi.
We have got finger millet, we call them vulo.
Vulo.
We have got maize, we call them kamaindi. We have got groundnuts. We call them chinjuku, chimaito.
Chimaito.
Chimaito it means groundnuts.
Groundnuts.
Yes.
But there is, I usually have get confused sometimes. Chimaito and the chinjugu. Sometimes are they just mean the same thing, or you can use either to?
Chinjuku, it is the word which was assimilated from a Swahili word. But the original word is called chimaito. And chimaito, we have got also some groundnuts which are not chimaito. They are called there is a word, let me try to recall. Chimande. Chimande. They look like they look like kamakanda.
Oh, like beans.
Like beans.
But
they share the same way of
growing.
And because they like the groundnuts. Yes.
Chimande.
But the leaves look like I know them just by Bukusu. They are leaves. No, they look like the leaves of sihubi.
Sihubi.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Kunde.
Yes.
I don't know. Kunde in English is what? Kunde is in Bukusu. It is.
In the Bukusu it's called sihubi.
But in English it is known as. Guys, we shall find out the word for. If you know the word, what kunde or sihubi, kindly comment down there so that you can tell us.
Yes.
How do you call kunde sihubi in English? And we shall appreciate.
And we also grow kamaemba.
Kama emba.
Kama emba, those are maembe.
No.
Mtaa.
Kama emba is low, ni ndefu na huwa na nini
Millet.
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 We have got finger millets and we have got millet. So kama emba is millet. Yes.
So,
And we also we use to grow also yams.
yams.
But the yams, the type of yams Bukusus used to grow, it is grown near a tree, and it was very tough to be harvested. Because if you have grown yams, it takes some years, and when it's ready, we used to make a busa, which is an African traditional brew. You make a brew, and then you invite the neighbors to come and assist you in harvesting the yam. Because the Bukusus used to believe that when you harvest that yam and it breaks, it leaves a piece of it in the ground, you will die. So it was a hectic job. Yes. And once the yam was harvested, it was distributed also to the neighbors. You cannot eat alone. Yes.
You appear to be farmers because you've given those foodstuffs serious names, bro.
Yeah, embama.
Embama.
It's called embama.
Embama is that?
Embama is yam.
Oh, embama.
Embama.
Yams are the ndumas, yes.
Then do.
Yes.
And the cassavas.
The cassava, it's called kimioko.
Kimio.
Yes.
Kimioko.
Kimioko.
Now, not kimihogo.
Kimioko. Kimioko, it's ni mingi.
Kimihoko.
But it is one, we call it kumuoko.
Kumuoko.
Yes.
So it is similar to Kiswahili.
Yes.
Just a matter of the pronunciation,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, very well. Thank you so much.
And we also used to plant the chihanu.
Chihan.
Yes.
Chihanu.
Chihanu. The plants, they grow up to this height. And when you harvest, you just cut the whole tree, and then it is dried. You don't have to dry it while it's looking down. It has to be straight. You tie it on a store. When it gets dry, you just put it on the mukeka. And chihanu, you don't know chihanu. In English, in Kiswahili, it's called simsim.
Oh,
Yes.
Chihanu.
Yes, it is chihanu is simsim.
Ah,
Yes.
simsim. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
We used to grow also simsim. Yes, though these days very few people are growing. They don't plant.
Now I've seen a variety of wheat in this Bungoma County. It's like your great producers of wheat.
Yeah.
How is wheat called in Bukusu?
Wheat.
Yes.
Engano.
Engano.
Yes.
So it comes from Kiswahili word engano.
But engano, it comes from Kiswahili word because engano was introduced to us during the late stages.
Oh, when the colonists were coming.
Yeah.
It was,
So
it was
just,
not indigenous to
yes, not an indigenous
crop.
crop.
Yes, Bwana, as we
It is the same to coffee because we call it ekahawa.
Ekawa.
Kawa, it's not an English name, and it's a Swahili name, and at the same time Arabic.
Yes.
Yes.
So if a person or a guy was born during coffee planting season, you would
We'll name him Kawa. Kawa.
Oh,
Yes.
wow, interesting.
Yes.
So as we approach the tail end of the show, Bwana Murunga, this season, like, if you do mind telling us the seasons of the seasons we have like were known back then, like the dry season, the rainy season.
Rainy
What were the
season.
names according to the seasons
Yes.
generally?
Mm.
Yeah.
We had dry season. We call it Simeyu.
Simiyu.
When there is rain, we call it Kumunane.
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 Yes. So with us we have got only 2 seasons. Simeyu and Kumunane. And Kumunane, those are the main. But we have got the events. Kumunane, there is food. And Simeyu, there is drought, and that is when starvation come. Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Bwana Murunga. As we wind up, any last words or phrases you would like to ask? Pause, yes.
And how do you call, you know, we are stepping on grass right now, it's dry.
Yes.
How do you call this grass in Kibukusu?
Oh, that's very good. The grass in Kibukusu, it is called Vunyasi.
Vunyasi.
Vunyasi. The trees, you can see these shrubs. They are called Visala.
Visala.
Visala, it means they are common. That is the reason why they are called Visala, Visalapusa. Even on your body, the Bukusus used to give names according to its use. Like right now, as we are seated, just touch your nose. It is called Liliolu because it is soft. It is called Liliolu. Sikele. Sikele kao nyasiaswala. Yani the leg cannot, you cannot touch the ground so quick. It has to test it and then it touches the ground. It is called sikele. Kumuliango, the door. It takes all of us inside. Kumuliango. It just takes us all. We enter in the house. You see?
Yes,
Now, this Vunyasi, is it the same word used to call Napier grass? Vunyasi.
No. Napier grass is called Kimilele.
Kimilele.
It is different from the usual grass. Yes.
Yes, Yvette. Any phrases that you would wish to?
Before I ask for the phrase, what is vulili?
Vulili. Vulili, it is commonly known, it's a Bukusu word, which means the bedding.
The bedding.
The bedding is a vulili.
We call the beddings.
Yes, all the beddings is called the vulili, which is used at night when you cover yourself, you sleep on. It is called vulili. It's a plural word. Yes.
Yeah. Any phrase?
Okay, what if, let me ask this one. If I found someone like a husband,
Yes.
how should I introduce him to the family?
Oh, your husband.
Yes.
Oh, that's very good. You see, commonly if your husband is new, the person, being a lady, you will only introduce her to your mom first. You have to follow the chain of command, the protocol in the home. You cannot go and call, Papa, this is my husband. That's disrespectful.
That's wrong, yeah.
You introduce at a distance to your mom, that mommy. Maybe you are looking forward for marriage. You tell the mama, hey, omusolelo wa fulani kanje nyangama ini wimiloyo. That boy who is standing is my husband to be. You are now telling your mom. And your mom will also follow protocol. You will go and whisper to your father that Nasimiyu is ripe. She's
ripe for marriage.
Yeah, there's somebody who is after her.
Yes. Guys, Yvette has introduced a very interesting bit on our show. And I think that show, the bit about introduction and marriages in Lubukusu, in our language, how we do it. I think in one of the upcoming shows we shall tackle it kwa kina, in depth, on how to do it in Lubukusu. So as we wind up, Bwana Murunga, how do you say thank you in Kibukusu?
Asante muno.
Asante muno. Yes.
Namwe nasimile muno.
Nasimile muno.
Nasimile muno is more Bukusu than asante. Asante is a Swahili word.
Oh, nasimile muno.
Yes.
Sawa. Then, as we wind up, you know, when we wind up, we have that segment where we have at least two sayings in Lubukusu for our dear audience. Yes.
Thank you.
Which two sayings do you have for us today?
I
And their
have
meaning, of course.
the saying, one of them, in Kibukusu, we say, Mbakarira mufubi alise oli muhosia, hanoli muhosia ali nyuma. It means,
A tongue twister.
Bakarira mufubi ali eseni oli muhosia, hanoli muhosia ali nyuma. It means that any person who is ambitious and he thinks that if there is something to be accomplished by him, and he says that I'm going to do it, and yet he cannot do it, then there is somebody behind him who shall come and accomplish that mission. We say Mbakarila mufubi, alisendi muhosia, hane oli muhosia ali nyuma.
It's a long one.
It is at the same time, it means that maybe somebody, when a man is dead from the home, the mother is dead, maybe there is an orphan. And then you go in that home, you say, oh, I'm able to take care of this orphan. And yet, you cannot meet the demands.
Of raising that orphan.
Yes, you tell the society that I'm going to take care, and yet you cannot be able to take care. There is somebody else who will come and do better than you.
Which other one? The last one.
Good. We have got another saying, which is a warning in Kibukusu. We have the words that eyapa na bulobe elipanende na elipana bukelema. Eyapa na bulobe elipanende elipana bukelema. Yani the whip which whipped maybe a forbidden woman. Maybe you are having two women. You are married to two. And every day there is, among the two, there is one you hate. And the other one is your sweetheart, isn't it? Your favorite. So when you go to the house of that one you hate, just something small, you just beat her. And then when you go to the beloved one you love, one day, things shall change.
Yes.
That the whip you used to whip that the one you hate, it shall be the same whip which shall be
used
to whip the one you love. So this means that you don't have, in the community, don't incite, don't be a catalyst.
Don't pick sides.
Don't pick sides. Remain neutral and things will flow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very interesting, very nice. Well, you said, how do you say thank you in Bukusu?
Orio muno, nasi mile muno.
Nasi mile muno. So guys, orio muno, kwasi mile muno.
Thank you.
On today's show, I think you have learned something. And we shall continue keeping it very interesting, teaching you something new, Lubukusu. Also remember to leave a comment down there so that we can know how do you call some of these words we have shared today in your language. Nasimile muno, kumukunda, kamaindi,
Esipurupuru.
and so on and so forth. And remember also we shall endeavor to come also where you are and learn your own mother tongue, your dialect, be it in other parts of Kenya or outside Kenya. We shall endeavor to know your language. Until next time, guys, I think it has been a very interesting show. Thank you for coming. And Kukamurunga, we shall keep welcoming you to this show. I think you are a very resourceful person. So until next time, guys, remember, subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. We shall appreciate so much. Hwasi mle muno, and until next time,
Asante
bye-bye.
muno,
Asante.
pasima. Hakababe nanyu.